Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Debbie. This is my Crafty Dan, and I have a bit of a coastal themed DIY for you today. I was thinking that I can create a stained glass effect on this frame, and I'll show you what I'm going to use to try to accomplish that. So I have the frame, of course, and this frame has no picture in it. It's from Frameworks, 11 by 14 inches, and this is just a straight through glass, guys. I thought this might work a little bit better because this, let me flip it over, already has this little sawtooth hanger on the back, but it is put together in such a way that the glass is already wedged in the frame and it doesn't jiggle, so I'm not going to have to add hot glue around the edges. So let's take this out of the plastic, but first I'm going to show you what else I'm going to use for this. Like I said, this is mostly a Dollarama DIY. I also have these acrylic paints from Deco Art. I purchased these at Dollarama. An assortment of paintbrushes that also came from Dollarama. I have some Mod Podge. This is the dishwasher safe gloss Mod Podge. I would prefer just the plain from, you can get it at Dollarama as well, but I forgot to pick it up and I have this on hand. But grab it from Dollarama. This could be totally a Dollarama DIY. And the product that I am going to use to create the stained glass effect is this. This is a tear-resistant tissue from Ninny's Napkins. I'm going to hold this up with all the information so you can screenshot this if you would like. This is a beautiful lighthouse scene, but it also has some, I don't know if you can see it very well, but it also has some really pale script in the background. It has these beautiful leaves. It's almost like a collage effect, but a little simpler, I think. But the lighthouse scene is absolutely gorgeous with this black and white lighthouse and just the sky, the gulls, and the water in the background. And I absolutely love this. And I am going to get started. Oh, I don't know if I showed you these or not, but I also have an assortment of seashells here, also from Dollarama. So let's start by taking this out of the frame. This was $4, this frame. And so this is what I'm wondering how this works. I'm going to pop up these little wires and I'm going to, so there's a frame in here. And there's two pieces of glass, guys. Wow, this is amazing. So I'm going to start this project by painting the frame white. Now, I don't have any chalk paint, or I would have used chalk paint. And I'm camping and I'm crafting at the camper. That's why there's so much noise in the background. And with that being said, I put a little bit of acrylic paint into my lid. I'm just using a lid for a palette, and I added some Mod Podge to it. Mod Podge will stick to anything, guys, so I figure it'll turn this into a paint and primer all in one. Yes, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to paint this whole frame white. So, guys, this is what it looks like after 3 coats. It's not perfect, but I'm not leaving it like this, so I'm not going to bother with another coat. I am going to take a little bit of this cinnamon brown and I've just added it to the same what's left over in my tray here. And I'm just going to kind of blend it. I don't care. There's quite a bit of paint left in there, but it doesn't matter to me. I am going to take this off. I'm looking for a sandier color. By mixing the white and the brown together and just slopping a bunch on, taking my paper towel and drying it back off, I got this, I don't know if you can see it really well, but it's a stressed, sandy, beachy color that is going to be perfect for this. So this took me like 5 minutes. I made a couple mistakes, tried to fix them, realized that fixing them and blending them together looked better. So I just went with it, guys. Yeah, sometimes happy accidents, right? Okay, so the frame is painted. I'm going to set that aside and I'm going to show you where the mistake happened. So the little frame that holds the glass back in, this didn't need to be painted, although I tried to paint it. This is just plastic with these little bits put in here, and because of that, this is terribly flimsy, guys. I got almost all the way around it with my first coat and it just fell apart. If you don't paint it, and you don't need to paint it, after I had broke it, I realized that I didn't need to paint it anyway. It's not going to show. So I'm taking my first piece of glass. I'm going to take a clean paintbrush. Now this doesn't have to be a soft paintbrush as when you're using a napkin, because this stuff is tear resistant. I'm going to put a little Mod Podge in here, and I am going to put just a thin layer of Mod Podge on here. Now you could do this with just one piece of glass. Having two pieces of glass here is just a bonus. So you really only need to Mod Podge this to one piece of glass, but I'm going to have another piece of glass to put on the outside of it. Just as a protector, which is a nice bonus. So if you see this frame and you're looking for something that has two pieces of glass, it doesn't say on the packaging that it has. So that is a very, very thin coat. You can hardly see it. And I am going to figure out where to lay this. I just want something to have this grab. So there's the top. I want the seagulls in my picture. So there, just about like that. And I'm just going to spread this out right on here like this. Oh, guys, this is so, so pretty. So, so pretty. I am going to just turn this over. It's hard to keep everything in frame because this is such a big piece. But I just want to make sure that I have the glass straight. I don't want my lighthouse to end up being crooked. And it will be a little bit, I think, if I leave it like that. Let's put it down like this. Like that, and then turn this back over. I just wanted enough Mod Podge on there for that to be able to grab. Now, I'm going to take this down. It dries so fast on a piece of glass. Just a little thin layer like that, and move this up like that. And this isn't like napkins either, because this is more permanent piece. I do pieces with napkins all the time, which is really nice, but napkins fade. This is supposed to be tear resistant, fade resistant. That's why I was thinking something with this stained glass effect would be just beautiful. Now, this doesn't have to be a coastal theme either. There are some really gorgeous prints. There's some Victorian prints. I believe there was some animal prints. Anything that you really like, you could just get one of these pieces. And now, I'm not sure, guys. I'm going to lift this up. And it's forgivable. I just lifted that right up so that I can make sure that everything is straight and that my picture actually goes up and over the top. There. The Mod Podge is soaking through a little bit. That's okay. We're going to put another coat over the top anyway. Now, look. I can pull on this and press it down and make sure all the wrinkles are out. And the reason that I can do that is because this is a tear-resistant fabric. Or it says a tear-resistant tissue. And you can tear this, but it's, when you're working with it like this, it's so perfect. So I have it like this. And I'm going to take the Mod Podge now, and I'm going to give it a coat all over the top. It soaks right through. It really does. It works very much like a napkin, except no wrinkles and no tearing. There. I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to do another layer on this. I'm going to do this exactly the same way that I would if I was only doing it on one piece of glass. So this is almost dry. I put my heat tool to it, and it isn't dry right there. So, but I mean, it's dry to touch in most of the spots. I just took my scissors, flipped it over, and went around the back and just rough cut the edges so there's not a whole lot hanging out. So I am going to reassemble this. So I've got the top layer of glass. Now I washed both of these when I washed them. So I'm going to, there. So I have my picture glued on and sandwiched between the two pieces of glass. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so pretty. So let me put it back in the frame. I need the sawtooth at the top. This is what it looks like, guys. Now, I'm like I said, I'm at the camper, but I'm going to tip my camera up and hold this up to the window across from me so you can see how pretty this is. This will look so pretty just standing up like this, leaning against the window, or hanging on a wall. Like, it does have that sawtooth hanger on the back. I can hang this on the wall. This is absolutely gorgeous. These prints are worthy of a frame. They really are. I'm not quite done this project yet. Not quite done this project yet. There was one more thing that I wanted to do with mine. And like I said at the beginning, I have these seashells, and I think they are so, so pretty. And I'm going to use some of them along the bottom. Let's see how I want them to go. Just a few along the bottom like that, I think, from this corner over. So I think that's what I'm going to do there. I like the colors in these ones, so I'll push these ones aside. And to make sure that these stick and they don't come off the glass, I am going to use Glossy Accents. It dries to a clear gloss finish. So if you're wondering what Glossy Accents is, this is their description. It is a clear dimensional gloss medium. You can use it to accent, dimensionalize, brighten, and magnify objects on paper, crafts, mixed media, etc., etc., etc. I love using this as a glue when I'm not sure that nothing else will stick. But I'm going to put a little bit just on the corners of this shell. And I am going to put this on there like that. Now, the thing about this, it'll have to sit here for 24 hours to harden up, but that's okay. I'm not going to hang this. I'm not going to hang it right now. So this, I want it to stick down just where it's touching. So a little bit here, a little bit along here, and it will just drip down onto the glass and hold that in place. So when in doubt, yeah, I want that to go in under there like that a little bit. As long as I know this is sitting in a little puddle. Now remember, this is going to dry absolutely clear as well. There, just like that. So that's touching right there. I'm going to put a little on here and let that stick on there. And I'm just going to tuck a little bit of glue because it will drip down. I'm just going to tuck a little bit right into there, like that. There. Now, and that should dry nicely. And I think the shells are absolutely the finishing touch. So that's it. That's it completed. So I'm going to put the link to Ninny's Napkins in the description box of this video. I have an affiliate link, and if you purchase something through there, you can get a small discount if it's your first time buying, and I also will make a little bit of credit so I can buy more pieces and do more projects like this. I would really appreciate it if you're going to purchase from her to use my affiliate link. That would be absolutely fantastic. And if you like the video, go on and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do that now before you leave, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Bye-bye for now, everyone.